Hello friends and viewers, and welcome to my pre-release character analysis for Taair. Beginning with my introduction, this is not a character guide, this is a preliminary analysis of Taair's characteristics and skills prior to his global release. My goal is to help you understand what Taair will bring to Sword of Convallaria's current character roster. Skill and gear interactions will be tested and reviewed after release, or someone smarter than me and with more Chinese or Taiwan experience will correct me. The stat and skill information in this deck is courtesy of the No Potion website. Starting off with the basics, Taair is a staff-wielding watcher. He has a base speed of 288, ticking over Simona's spot for the highest speed in the game. He has an incredibly versatile support package, healing, dispelling, debuffing, buffing damage and speed, and restoring energy. He is also a member of the Papal States and Discipline categories, benefiting from leaders' auras such as Karis, Akambe, and Leonide. His trait is Historian. With Historian, his skills have increased range, and at star level 3, he has +1 move as well. He accumulates stacks of knowledge used to cast historical skills. Functionally, think of knowledge as a secondary resource like energy. Knowledge stacks are kept at 2 at star level 1, 4 stacks at level 2, and 6 stacks at level 4. At 2 knowledge cost, he can cast one of 3 instant skills: Historical Truth, inflicting move 2 and vulnerable to debuffs on enemies, Learn from the Past, an AoE dispel and heal, or Hero's Epic, a single target support skill, granting damage 2, damage reduction 2, and a heal. Scrolls drop within his radius at the start of each turn. Picking up the scroll grants him 1 knowledge and 1 random level 2 buff. At rank 1, his options are Seed of Wisdom and Thousand Mile Echo. You will most likely use a Castalia for both of these abilities. Seed of Wisdom is an AoE party dispel while also granting allies speed and restores 1 energy. Taair will already go first in a round, and by granting allies a 100 speed buff, most of your team will act before the enemy. Thousand Mile Echo is a single target buff, restoring 4 energy and granting attack, move, and speed buffs. This ability is great to fuel units who have high energy costs. His rank 7 options are Campfire Night Talks and Flagellant. Flagellant you may already be familiar with from Angel, Suppression, and Papal Guard. At a glance, Campfire Night Talks is confusing. It inflicts sleep and tipsy on allies for 1 turn. Tipsy we are familiar with from Rawia, it's a crit and damage reduction buff. The sleep alone means the tipsy effect is wasted, so the best way to properly set up this ability for damage gains is via Bound Immunity. Bound Immunity can be achieved via Karis' Broad Radiance. Without Karis, you're unlikely to use either rank 7 ability in his regular skill kit. Caged Reverie is his ultimate support ability with a hefty 7-turn cooldown. This is an aura that increases damage and piercing damage to allies within 3 tiles, allows allies within its radius to share damage taken, grants allies immunity to attribute debuffs, and restores 15% of HP at the end of actions. With its 7-turn cooldown and 2-turn uptime, it will be important to be proactive with setting up your team's burst damage. Be sure to use this ability quickly in battle to get it on cooldown early. Some ways to lower the cooldown of this ability include a Discipline Aura, Guidance of the World Tarot, Coco's Happiness buff, and Akambe's Rich Rewards. Looking at his capability to heal and buff, Taair does have the ability to heal, and some examples of his healing skills are on the right. Majority of his heals scale with magic attack, which means his healing will benefit from attack buffs as well. In my opinion, Taair's unique qualities are in his energy restoration, speed buffs, and caged reverie. He can make a fine healer, but there are already plenty of other staff-wielding watcher healers to use in the game. However, if you're keen on using Taair as a healer, don't let me stop you. For potential gear, regardless if you play Taair as a healer, Reorganized Cube can still be used for debuff utility. Otherwise, Starry Sky Heritage is fine as a general use weapon. For trinkets, you can look at Old Scrolls of August, Disaster Bottle, or Fancy Hat. Any trinkets that provide external support or protect his action economy will suit him just fine. For Taros, you can consider Guidance of the World, Elegance of the Empress, or Mercy of the High Priestess. These Taros will further augment his support capabilities, whichever direction you decide. To answer some potential questions you may have is, will Taair replace one of your support watchers? Taair can replace the likes of Angel and Candlelight, but just as he has defining characteristics, so do other support watchers like Inanna and Samantha. As mentioned, Taair's own speed, along with his kit of buffs and energy restoration, should be utilized more than his healing. Another question you may have is who to play Taair with. Taair's energy restoration abilities benefits any character, so he can easily be integrated into any composition. Consider having him field units with high energy costs or high energy spend. With the 7-turn cooldown on Caged Reverie, it wouldn't hurt to include a Discipline Aura via Kambe or Leonide. If you want to lean into Campfire Night Talk's gameplay, then I recommend at least including Karis for her bound immunity and form of Papal State's team. Lastly, should you pull for Taair? In early Voyager progression with a slim roster, Taair is an absolutely capable healer. At higher level gameplay, Taair delivers a unique support kit. He is easy to gear and can service all levels of gameplay. If you are lacking in support watchers, or if you are looking for a support unit to take your favorite damage dealers even further, then I recommend rolling for Taair. As usual, I will be pulling for Taair myself. This concludes my character analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video provides some insight into this character releasing January 17th, and best of luck on your pulls.